This is what we do every day on the beach. It's amazing. If the English were here, they'd be all in the water. It's kind of like weird that we take it for granted, and we've only just got here. Beach is about empty. I counted the ships. There's about 24 ships out at sea. You won't see them on my camera. There used to be about 21. They've gone up. Several of these apartments are rebuilt from severe flooding 2 years ago. One apartment block, half the building collapsed. Sign of progress. They ripped up all the fields behind the buildings and they all collapsed. 43 people died. Not just here, or in the region. Young man and his dad fishing. Have you caught any fish? No fish catching yet? Catching up at the rocks. Some young loves in the water. Tracy, shall we be a young love in the water? In the winter, you get a lot of dolphins, even in summer dolphins, but in the winter you get a lot of whales. Only out about 50 to 100 meters out in the water. They all, I guess they go round to Antarctica for summer. I'm gonna have to find out which apartment I think it was this one. Like one whole side of the apartment block came down. Leaving, there's a car left right at the top. They would have had to get a crane to remove the car. These people through here, a rock. Today's about 25 degrees in Umdloti. This morning was, I don't feel it was rain, it was more like heavy fog. Huh?
You see mist and drizzle.
Tracy said it was mist and drizzle. Wifey has to always correct me. I'm so lucky. What
the weather was this morning.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We were to go walking with some local people, but it was too wet for them. Being the tourists here, we go out. Hey, it's our hometown is Invercargill now. It's 11 degrees at the moment. Here, still about 24, 25. Oh, there's somebody swimming. They must be English. Hey?
The Walkie swim.
Oh, the Walkie swim. A Walkie is someone from Transvaal.
Yeah. Up country.
Don't be mistaken. They're not from a Dracula country. They're from Johannesburg or Pretoria. For the car people who follow me, East Rand is where all the V8 car people hang out. Soweto is where all the drifting guys and burnout guys. I got invited to a burnout thing today, but the problem is going to a burnout thing in itself is a safe thing to go to, and it's right in the center of town. but too many people will try to pickpocket you and rob you. I'll have to think about it. It's on the 16th of December. A lot of the fishermen are from Transvaal or they're Indian people. The Afrikaner and Indian people. This man's got a refrigerator in his truck because he's taken all the big fish there. Have you caught anything?
No.
Not yet. You sure you haven't got a big refrigerator in the truck? This is really quite nice to come snorkeling this area, and on the other side of this rocks, if you're not a competent swimmer, woo! On the other side of these rocks, if you're not a competent swimmer, it's a nice place to go snorkeling. A lot of parrotfish, angelfish. More fellas coming down to do fishing. A lot of these guys are just doing it for hobby. They spend rand. Oh, it's dollars. They spend about $400 for the fishing reel, $400 for the rods to catch a $10 fish. This is all mussels here. On a good storm, this is all covered in a few meters of waves. All looks quite amazing, these rocks. I've spent hours and hours here. I lived here on the beach for a while, year and a half, 2 years. You shouldn't be walking in jandals or flip-flops on here. Look at all the fish. So much life in the water. I took Tracy, who's coming around the corner, snorkeling here once. For a person who follows sport, she's not very sporty, but I got her into some of these holes with her goggles on. It's amazing to see all the little fish. All the kids catching their little fish. Some of these Indian cloth here, that's often put in here for funerals and things like that. They bury it and it's been washed up there. And as I said, I took Tracy, who's over here now, I put her with goggles in here because she's not a very competent swimmer. And she just sat in the water looking at all the fish. And the top water was a bit low, so I took her into that hole. Keep away from the edge. Not smart being in the without proper footwear. Here comes a wave. It's a nice place to come. Umdloti has good weather all year round. This technically for some would not be a good time of the year, December. because it's not really the wet season, but it has a lot of rain and a lot of clouds. Next week we're going to the Drakensberg, when it's only 2 hours drive from here, but it's hot and dry. People love fishing. This is a very popular area for people who have got the canoes, going out fishing with their canoes. If you look out here, you see the big bollards that used to have, or still has, a huge chain going between some of them, and that's to stop people getting washed out to sea. This is back 50, 100 years ago. But now, I think the chain's all rusted off. But it goes down quite deep. It's about 5 to 8 meters deep. I've snorkeled there. And there's some famous parrotfish, butterfish, living in that area. And yeah, you can go spear fishing, but the local people, I don't think, will be happy if you shoot their pet fish. All the little fish. Friends of mine, like here, a zebrafish. My film director is calling me back. Oh. Got my new flip-flops on and they're killing me. You can do, in Umdloti in Durban, you can do this all year round. Come into the water. You know, even in the coldest of winter, the winter only gets to 15 degrees here. Put that in mind, we're living in Invercargill. Tomorrow that will be high of 15, 16 degrees. Today, winter here, July, gets to the low of 15, and many times during the day it's 21 degrees. Very pleasant. Looks like a moonscape. When the storm is coming through, the waves are really pounding these rocks hard. Dad showing the kids about fish. See all the mussels? You've got to have a license in Invercargill or South Africa to have it. Oysters, I should say. But they are warm weather oysters, so they're not very fatty. Now it's time to get dinner.
Yes.
What will you catch today?
Your piece.
What, you going to catch and keep or catch and release?
Depending on the size.
You release the big ones and keep the small ones?
Will you?
Yeah, I'll eat everything.
No, you rather the big one.
I saw them throw away some pointy nose shark here yesterday, and I thought, why are you doing that? They said, oh no, you can't eat that.
Yeah.
Oh, you Indian people have got so rich you can let fish go. I lived in Japan, they eat everything.
Yeah, there's license if you can.
No, they just said it's unedible. I'm a starving child from New Zealand, it's edible. Hey, what time will you finish tonight?
Not anytime soon. She said the same thing that I said. Not anytime soon. How are you? No, not for a good couple of hours. Yeah, we will be here.